Welcome to this exclusive production of Concho Sports Network.
Network Studios. I'm Russ Howard, bringing you tonight's district showdown between the Wall Hawks and the Coahoma Bulldogs from the aforementioned Bill Easterling Memorial Stadium, also known as Bulldog Field in Coahoma, Texas, just to the east of Big Spring, Texas in Howard County. Welcome to the Zentex pregame show. Remodeled your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group. Visit Zentex.com. But tonight we are bringing you what promises to be a barn burner, a showdown of epic proportions on this October 17th, 2025 from Coahoma, Texas. The Wall Hawks come in 7-0 overall, 1-0 in district, ranked number 2 in the state. The Coahoma Bulldogs coming off a somewhat unimpressive record last year. They come in 6-1, 1-0 in district. Both these teams won their district openers last Friday night, as Coahoma got a unusually tough test from the Grape Creek Eagles, as Grape Creek was up in the first half and entering the second half, but ended up letting Coahoma come back and take that game 33-29. So we'll see tonight how this one goes. Last week, the Hawks were at home, as you can see the Hawks coming on the field there and on your feed from Coahoma. But the Hawks hosted the Merkel Badgers, and the Merkel Badgers came out and took a 7-0 lead. They picked off the very first pass of the game from Landon York and went down and scored a touchdown, but that pretty much was it for Merkel as the Hawks ran off 28 straight on the way to a 63-13 win. Landon York threw 7 touchdown passes. So if I could give just a bit of advice to the Bulldogs tonight, don't pick Landon York off on the first pass of the game, because that only made him mad. He came back and threw 7 touchdowns, threw for almost 400 yards. 387 to be precise, 7 touchdowns and that aforementioned pick. So the Hawks just did an outstanding job against the Badgers. Not to be outdone, Brady Neal had 15 carries for his first 100-yard game of the year, 174 yards, averaged 11.6 yards per carry, and also had 2 rushing touchdowns. Catching the ball, obviously, as always, you expect Reed Robertson. He had 4 catches for 124 yards. He averaged 31 yards a catch and did have 2 receiving touchdowns, one on a beautiful 78-yard catch and run that he just took a simple in route and then took it to the house, outran everybody to the corner. As well, Jagger Thompson really had a breakout game. The junior, 6 catches for 115 yards, averaging just over 19 yards a catch and a touchdown. And then Gunnar Garza just called up from JV this past week. He had 3 catches for 117 yards, a long of 98. He could have scored, but with the score 63-13, he just, in the interest of good sportsmanship, stepped out at the 1-yard line, and the Hawks were able to kneel it down to end the ball game. So classy play by him. Now, moving over to Coahoma, last week against Grape Creek in their district opener, they scored in all 3 phases of the game. They scored on offense, they scored on defense, they had a pick 6, and then also had a punt return for a touchdown on special teams. Quarterback Austin Joslin, we'll discuss him a little more in a minute. He had a pretty solid game. He went 9 of 14 for 112 yards and a couple of touchdowns. And then Jaden Henderson had a big 77-yard reception off an option pass in that one. And Coahoma really made some adjustments in that second half as Grape Creek ran up and down the field on them in the first half. And then in the second half, Coahoma, the Bulldogs, came out and tightened it up and were able to overtake the Eagles and shut them down and go on home with the win. So one thing you want to focus on watching tonight is you see the teams lining up for the coin toss on the field right now. We're trying to see who is going to win this toss. See the Hawks lined up right at the yard markers. And coin toss. Coahoma has won the toss, and they're going to defer. It looks like the Hawks will receive. Trying to see what the White Hat's calling there. Yep, so the Hawks will receive. But one thing to watch out for in this one is Wall's passing versus Coahoma's secondary. I'm telling you right now, if you let this Wall Hawk offense get in gear, they will run you in the ground and run you off the field. The one drawback for the Hawks over the past several weeks, they've been very slow to start in the first quarter. But once they get rolling, it's like a boulder rolling downhill. You better get out of the way or you're going to get run over, as we have seen that play out over and over and over. And it's not just through the air. Brady Neal gets to going on the ground. He's pretty much unstoppable. He's going to get you them tough yards. The other thing is you got to watch turnovers. Turnovers are going to be key in this one. Who turns it over least, as always, is going to be the one who probably goes home with this win. And expect big plays. That's another key. Wall often scores in bunches, and Coahoma will need to answer those scores quickly if they want to stay in it. Now, if Coahoma wants to win this one, they're going to have to control the tempo of this game and to avoid mental errors and turnovers. Because I'm telling you, if you give the Hawks the ball in space, they've got playmakers all over the field. If you shut down Reed Robertson, they'll bring Jagger Thompson. And we haven't even mentioned Kellen Oliver. Kellen Oliver had a relatively quiet game last week. 3 catches, 47 yards, just under 16 yards a catch. Did have a touchdown. But again, you shut down one, you got to still have to shut down Kellen Oliver, Jagger Thompson, Evan Bailey, and now you got to worry about Gunnar Garza. So the Wall Hawks are stacked across the board. We're going to take a quick break here on the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as 1 day with Zentex Remodeling Group. Visit them at Zentex.com. We'll be back after this for the opening kickoff.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Pain is never.
Welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union as we get ready for the Schertz Landscape kickoff. Looks like we're going to go early as it is 6:56 p.m. Game was scheduled, the kickoff was scheduled for 7 p.m., but we'll take it. 6:56 p.m. It's in the high 80s, and I've just been told that it's very, very warm in the press box there where Zach Heidenheimer's running the camera. And now there's the kick. Coahoma pooches it in the air. It's going to come down at the 24-yard line, coming to the near sideline. Wrapped up, tackled, and going down. Trying to see who that is on the tackle. Who is that returning the ball? Was that Brady Neal? Trying to see who that is. Yep. Nope, that was not Brady Neal. Was that Braylon Nelson, perhaps? Anyway, bear with us, folks, as we struggle with numbers here early on. Our esteemed camera gentleman's trying to get the best shot he can, but that sun right over those home stands is absolutely destroying him right now, so we'll get it. So now the Hawks scrimmage 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And now Jagger Thompson comes in motion, turn, give to Brady Neal, and Neal is going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. Actually, make that the 32-yard line. He got across the 30, fell forward to the 32. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 now. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, 2 each side for the Hawks. The snap back to York, turns, throws, incomplete as that one was batted down. So now 3rd down, so quickly the Bulldogs force the Hawks into a 3rd down situation. It's Coahoma now trying to force an opening drive 3 and out. And again, this Coach Craig Slaughter mentioned on the coaches show this past week, this has been an issue for the Hawks, slow starts. And so now York retreats after getting the snap, looks downfield. He's got, is that Evan Bailey wide open, crossing the 50 down to the 46-yard line. That's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down as Evan Bailey, number 11, on the catch. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, York just simply drops back. Bailey just kind of runs a seam route and catches it at the 45 and gets inside Bulldog territory to the Bulldog 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Now a fake, and now just a little keep, and then a toss outside to Jagger Thompson. Haven't seen, that's a new wrinkle in this Hawks offense, and Jagger Thompson with an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. So Jagger Thompson, 11-yard reception there. He gets it to the Bulldog 35, so now the Hawks moving quickly now as they've quickly picked up 2 consecutive 1st downs. And now a little shuffling, and is that Gunnar Garza that comes in there, number 22, trying to see who that is on the screen. York now gets the snap, retreats, he's got Garza open, Garza, the throw caught, 30, 29-yard line. Now they're going to mark him at the 30. Garza with his 1st reception on the night. This young man that brought up from JV this past week had an outstanding game against the Merkel Badgers, and now he's just already showing up and showing out, and he's going to line up in the slot for this next play, the 2nd down play, 2nd and 6 for the Hawks as they scrimmage just inside the Bulldog 30-yard line. York turns, gives, and Neal is going to be met by a host of Bulldogs, 4 of them waiting on that one, and he's taken down for no gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Hawks. And knowing the leg that Tyler Kleinschmidt has, I do wonder that if they do not pick this 1st down up, does Coach Slaughter go for it, or does he give Tyler Kleinschmidt? I've been told that Kleinschmidt can make it from 50, so we'll see. Struggles a little bit with accuracy according to the inside source, but otherwise, York now retreats. He's going to hit Kellen Oliver, and there's the first Kellen Oliver truck of the night as he runs over the Bulldog defender. That's number 88, Ty Reichakar, and that's going to be another Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. So that's going to be marked at the Coahoma 20-yard line. So the Hawks now with 4 1st downs on this drive, and the drive will continue. You can see the clock on screen there. We're trying something new this week for y'all at home. And now York is going to retreat. Now he looks to the right, comes back to the near side. Now he tucks it, runs, 10, 5, runs over a player in the end zone. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. Landon York on a 20-yard scramble. That's an Alpha Paving touchdown for Landon York. He faked the handoff, looked to the far sideline, came back to the near sideline, and just tucked it and ran. And there was nobody out there till about the 1-yard line, and he just put his shoulder down and ran right over the Bulldog defender. And that's York's 1st rushing touchdown of the season. So now the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point forthcoming. Kleinschmidt, the kick is up, and it is good. So the Hawks now put that slow start to bed, the slow start rumor, as they stick one in the end zone on their opening drive. Hawks lead 7-0 here on, you can see on the Postal Annex instant replay, York fake. Actually, that's the play before. That's the play where Kellen Oliver got to the 20-yard line. And see if we can get the touchdown here in just a moment. But you saw Landon York on that play just absolutely put his shoulder down at that 1 yard line and just absolutely destroyed the Bulldog defender and got it into the end zone. The Hawks now with the Schertz Landscape kickoff forthcoming. Picked up 4 Oasis Crop Insurance first downs on that drive. And so now 8:58 remaining in the first quarter. The Hawks on the opening drive in just over 3 minutes go, what was it, 70 yards-ish, 71 yards to pay dirt. York on a 20-yard touchdown scramble. And now the Hawks will kick it off. And Kleinsmith going to kick it deep and taken at the 8-yard line. Here come the Bulldogs to the 10, 15, and now brought down at the 17-yard line, I believe. Or are they going to mark it at the 16-yard line? Trying to see where they mark the ball at. So the white hat gets it and tosses it to the side judge, and they're going to mark it at the 16-yard line. Sorry, folks, we're trying to call the game remote tonight. 8:52 left in the first quarter, and now Austin Joslin will take the ball. And he's going to give it straight up the gut on just a little outside zone play. Let's see who that is. That looks like Lanson. Is it Lanson Moore on the carry? Lanson Moore, the leading rusher on this Bulldog team, 86 carries, 427 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry and 3 rushing touchdowns. So he picks up absolutely nothing on first down. And the Hawks defense stepping up now as the Bulldogs come out. Got 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back to Joslin's right. Now he puts the H-back in motion, turns, fakes, and now he's going to come out here to the sideline. That's going to be incomplete, as that was number 5 intended receiver, Jaden Henderson, and on the coverage that was Gavin Sisson. Didn't catch the other number, but Gavin Sisson was in there on the coverage. And if you're the Bulldogs, you've really got to be careful that pass rush from number 48, Dylan Sellers, coming off that edge. Dylan Sellers will destroy your passing game in about half a heartbeat if you don't get him blocked. You maybe need to bring a running back in to chip him or something, because he is going to absolutely destroy you if you don't get him blocked, as well as Ben Taylor in there coming in, Slayton Hallmark as well. You better get these guys blocked, because this pass defense. And now the Hawks show pressure, and I believe that's going to be encroachment. A Levis Roofing and Solar penalty flag on the play. Trying to see what they're going to call. Oh, nope, they called false start on the Bulldogs. Okay, so that's going to mark off 5 yards on the Levis Roofing and Solar penalty flag. And that's going to put it at the 11-yard line, maybe the 10.5. If you remember our broadcast from a couple of weeks ago, they just absolutely hated putting it on an actual yard marker. So we had a lot of half yards. My compadre Arlen Ponderer, I'm sure, remembers that well. Arlen on the Central Bobcat call tonight. 8:04 left here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 15 for the Bulldogs, and Jocelyn's going to go down that far sideline. And that's going to be caught for an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And that's going to be brought down at the 41-yard line. And the Bulldogs now get out of their own end on a 3rd and 15. The Hawks give up a deep pass. Not sure who was on that reception. I apologize, but Jocelyn did have that pass completion for 31 yards. And now he's got 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, a H-back. And now a give, just a simple inside give, and that's going to be maybe 2 yards on the play, marked at the 43-yard line. Didn't see who was on that carry. So now 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs, as as they scrimmage at their own 44. That was a 3-yard gain on that carry. I believe that was number 8, Lanson Moore, the junior. So now 2nd and 7. There's 7:13 remaining in the first quarter. And Jocelyn now, he's going to break out of the pocket, and he's going to be brought down as he just tucked it and ran. That's going to be a 2-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably 5. But is that an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag? Nope. Looked like they were looking for a flag, getting ready for a mark off, but now at the 46-yard line, that's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs after the 2-yard pickup. And the clock still runs. The Hawks took the opening kickoff, drove it 70 yards for a touchdown as York finished it off with a 20-yard quarterback scramble, running over a Bulldog into the end zone. And now 3rd and 5, running back to Jocelyn's right, and now there's a timeout called by Coahoma. The Bulldogs take their first timeout of the half. We're going to take a break as well. You're watching Wallhawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
And welcome back to Wallhawks Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. 3rd and 5 now for Coahoma, as now the officiating crew meets at the football that's placed on the 46-yard line. And now we have a 3rd and 5. Jocelyn, the Hawks show pressure. Jocelyn calls for the snap. Here come the Hawks on the blitz, and they are going to absolutely destroy Austin Jocelyn. Who is that? Is that number 58 on the sack? I believe that was Bennett Branch with another sack, as this Hawk defense, you can see on the Postal Annex instant replay, they were showing pressure, and they brought 7 on the pressure, dropped 4 into coverage, and yep, that was Bennett Branch, I believe. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and the Bulldogs will put the special teams on the field to punt. So the Hawks now, after giving up a 1st down on 3rd and 15 initially, hold, and now the punt comes. It's going to be Kellen Oliver at the 25. He's going to break a tackle, get across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that will give the Wall Hawks and Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. Hey fans, check out why First Community is the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos and a variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfcu.org or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. And so now the Hawks with their 2nd possession of the night, leading 7-0. York just turns and gives to Brady Neal. Neal breaks it 40, 45, 50. Inside Bulldog territory, and he's going to be rugby scrumming it now down inside the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 44. Went to Coahoma for a football game, and it looks like a rugby scrum broke out. So the Hawks with an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down at the Bulldog 44-yard line on that huge pickup by Brady Neal. Neal angling to have another 100-yard rushing night tonight. And York now calls for the snap, and he gives it again to Brady Neal, and that was a beautiful tackle. Number 99, Jordan Gonzalez, waiting right there. The big senior defensive end was able to take down Brady Neal right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Hawks, as the sun looks like it's finally dropped below the home stands in Coahoma, Texas. just outside of the beautiful metropolis of Big Spring, Texas. And York gets the snap. He retreats straight back to pass. He goes to the near sideline, running a little in route. That is Kellen Oliver again, and Kellen Oliver gets upended head over heels, but that's going to be enough for an Oasis Crop Insurance first down at, I believe it's 28, but here on the Postal Annex instant replay, York just saw Oliver running a little in route, and Oliver just kept fighting, and then two Bulldog defenders upended him at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. York rolls to the near side, far side, excuse me. He throws a little in route, and that is, wait for it, Reed Robertson. He's not quite yet doing Reed Robertson things, but he does get inside the 10-yard line as the Hawks now move inside the Angelo MRI red zone. As you can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, York gets the snap. He just rolled to the far sideline, and he had Reed Robertson just sat down in that zone. And then Robertson met by 4 Bulldogs and just able to fight his way to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Hawks. York with Brady Neal to his left, gets the snap. He just simply gives it to Brady Neal, and Brady Neal just says, I got this. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. Another Alpha Paving touchdown for Wall. So count them, 1, 2, 3, 4-play drive for the Hawks, and they get on the board one more time. So there in this drive, you see the perfect example of this Hawk offense. It's a great combination of passing and rushing as we get ready for this Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point. Tyler Kleinschmidt, the kicker, Evan Bailey, the holder. And the snap forthcoming. Place down, the kick is up, and it is good. The Wall Hawks with another Alpha Paving touchdown, and they go on top 14-0. My, oh my, oh my. Here on the Postal Annex instant replay, you can see the play before to Reed Robertson. Just sat down in the zone behind the linebackers in front of the safety, fought his way to the 5-yard line, and so now you can see Coahoma, the faithful there in Coahoma, on their side of the football field, getting ready for the Church Landscape kickoff. Oh, hey, look, over on the right side, I see a concession stand. And you all know how I feel about concession stands. I love me some concession stand. Uh-oh, and there's the gratuitous zoom in on the concession stand. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that. I can almost smell the popcorn from the studio. Tyler Kleinschmidt sets it up for the Oasis the Church Landscape kickoff. Worried about popcorn, got to worry about this football game more importantly. Wall quickly now, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns to take a lead on Coahoma, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the pregame show. Coahoma cannot let the Hawks get off and running downfield like they are right now, because I'm telling you, I've watched this play. I've watched this for 7 games now this season and last season. Once you let them get rolling, they run right over the top of you. Now the kick is just popped high in the air, comes down at the 17-yard line. The Bulldogs return it to the far side. That is Andre Russian, and he's going to be ushered out of bounds at the 33-yard line of Coahoma. Andre Russian, a senior wide receiver and defensive back for the Bulldogs, on the return. And we'll get you 3:33 left here in the first quarter. 14-0 Wall on top. And it will be placed down. Trying to see where they place it down at. And now there was a Levis Roofing and Solar penalty. It had to be some kind of illegal procedure or offside on the kickoff. So now the Hawks give up a free 5 yards to the Bulldogs, and we've got 1st and 10 from the 37, make it the 38-yard line for Coahoma. And now the snap, Jocelyn just stands up, throws it, and that one's going to be deflected by the Hawks. Is that number 23 out there? Is that Hagan Barbie on that deflection? Trying to see if that was number 23 that got hold of that one. Hagan in there playing defense, one of the starting safeties tonight for the Wall Hawks, 3 3:29 left to go here in the first quarter. Now the Hawks showing pressure, and now Jocelyn has a free play. He just throws it downfield, and I'm assuming it's going to be incomplete. Don't know what happened there, but incomplete pass. But the Hawks were offsides, and now coaching staff not at all happy with that, as they're going to give Coahoma a free 5 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs now. Talk a little bit about this. This Hawk coaching staff has been outstanding this season, just unbelievably good. And we'll talk a little bit about them as the game goes on. Coach Slaughter and I talked about them a little bit this past week on the Coaches Show. Give you a little more insight to them. And now 2nd and 5. And now the snap, Jocelyn. He goes down that far sideline, has got a wide open receiver. That's number 2, I believe. Nope. Who is that down there? It's number, is that number 3? Hard to see numbers. And that's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. I believe that was Jaden Henderson on the catch. It was either Jaden Henderson or Andre Russian, but trying to see, it's hard to see those numbers. But regardless, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for the Bulldogs after the Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Man in motion, simple turn and give. It's number 32 on the carry. Who gets up off that pile? Excuse me, that's number 23, not 33. 22, excuse me. I'm sorry, folks. Aiden Rodriguez on that carry. 22. Aiden with the carry there for 4 yards, actually making 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. And now Jocelyn gets the snap, retreats straight back, looking. And he had, it looks like he had Jaden Henderson on that far sideline in front of Jagger Thompson and just could not complete the pass. So Jocelyn makes that. It's incomplete. Jocelyn was not scheduled to be the starting quarterback this season for the Bulldogs. Jocelyn, the son of head coach Chris Jocelyn, but the starting quarterback, Cox, number 15, Boyd Cox, went down in that first game of the season, and the Bulldogs had to switch gears against Forsan and use Jocelyn, and he's actually had a pretty good season so far. And now he just turns and pitches it, and there's the Hawk defense all over, and that is always present. Number 13, Jacob Braden, the big senior, with the tackle for loss. It's going to be a loss of, I think, 2 yards possibly, but Jacob Braden right there on the tackle, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9 for Coahoma, as they will snap it from the Wall Hawk 42-yard line. As we tick down to 2 minutes left here in the first quarter, we are having a bit of difficulty with that scoreboard clock, so we'll try to keep it on screen as much as possible. There we go. You can see the time remaining as Jocelyn now, the Bulldogs are going for it. The snap, he's going to drop straight back. Here comes the pass rush. The throw, it's going to be, almost picked off by number 21, Tayson Stucker, the big senior safety, but as it was, it's probably best that he just dropped it on the Post Atlantic's instant replay. That was 4th down. You can see Stucker dropping into zone. He had coverage, and that ball was right to him. Although I think he could have picked up a few yards on that return, but nevertheless, turnover on downs, and the Hawks take over at their own 42-yard line and start with an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. One more time, it's Landon York getting the snap. He gets, turns, hands. Here comes Brady Neal. Neal, step. Sidestep at the 50, breaks a tackle inside the 50 to the 46-yard line. Oasis Crop Insurance, first down. They're really getting Brady Neal going early on in this one. They are absolutely just imposing their will on this Coahoma Bulldog. defense right now. And they've really just opened that offensive line. I'll talk about them more later. That offensive line has just absolutely come on strong and just absolutely dominated Coahoma so far up front, opening holes. And now just a simple turn and give to Brady Neal. Neal breaks it inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. Another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. I think Oasis Crop Insurance is going to get a lot of shout-outs tonight, the way this game is going so far. We'll give you some numbers from the last few games for both these teams, but the Hawks so far this year averaging 424, almost 425 yards per game, with a high last week of 691 total yards in that game against Merkel. Now York, he's going to look to the near sideline. He's got Reed Robertson open again, and Reed Robertson, another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So they're keeping Robertson. The Bulldog defense is keeping Robertson in front of him, but I'm telling you right now, you're now inside the Angelo MRI red zone. Watch where number 1 is. I said this for, I don't know, 6 weeks straight, 5 weeks straight. When they get inside that 20, you better find where Reed Robertson is, because even when he's covered, he ain't covered. They like to run this fade route, but now they just turn and give to Brady Neal, and Neal's going to get to the 15-yard line, but there is an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag down on the play. Trying to see what they're going to call with 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Holding, of course, that's going to be holding on the Wall Hawk offense. And that's going to mark off 10 against the Hawks and make it a 1st and 20 now. So they moved inside the Angelo MRI red zone and quite promptly right back outside the Angelo MRI red zone. Quick shout out to Zach Heidenheimer, bringing us the wonderful camera angles now that the sun is gone behind the stands. Also, Damon Bell, our producer. Thank you, Damon. And, of course, Adam, giving us our stat action for this evening. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra. $12,000 off. Or save $5,000 off this new 2025 GMC Acadia. Deep discounts, low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
Friendship being
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Hawks with the 1st and 20 at their Bulldog 30. York now gets the snap. He's going to roll to the far sideline. He's got a man at the 20. That's Kellen Oliver. Breaks a tackle, cuts inside, cuts back outside, and gets to the 15-yard line. And just like that, the Hawks are back inside the Angelo MRI red zone. So now 2nd down and make it, is it 5? We'll see here in a minute. 2nd down and 6. Well, that was 1 off. I'm getting better at this. So the Hawks now with Reed Robertson way down here on the near sideline, almost out of the shot. And now just a simple give to Brady Neal. Cuts it up inside, running north-south. Gets inside the 10-yard line. And trying to see, is that going to be an Oasis? Yep, an Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Hawks. And then they putting another one on the board. And now rolling subs in and out. Evan Bailey and Jagger Thompson come in, and looks like Bryson McFarden and Kyler O'Neal will go sit down on the sideline. And now 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Hawks. Where's Reed? Reed Robertson down here to the near side. And Landon York is going to keep it again. Truck a defender at the 1, but they're going to mark him just shy of the goal line, inside the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal from there. And I'm thinking, if I'm Coach Craig Slaughter, I'm telling Landon York, son, please don't do that again. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, he just lowers his head, and I know the kid wants to score, but you gotta live to fight another down, son. 2nd down and goal for the Hawks, and now they got their big package in. And now the give to Kyler O'Neal. Actually, who kept that? Was that trying to see Jacob Braden took the snap, put it in the gut of Kyler O'Neal, but did he just keep it and lean into the end zone? Trying to see, maybe we can see here on the Alpha Paving the Postal Annex instant replay. That's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Wall Hawks, regardless, with 10-11 left here in the first half. And now Klein Smith will come on to kick the extra point. Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County Insurance extra point. Make sure we get that in there. The ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. And the Wall Hawks now lead 21-0 over the Coahoma Bulldogs. And here on the Postal Annex instant replay, you can see Jacob Braden's got Kyler O'Neal. He hands to him, and actually I think Jacob Braden gets that one. He just kept the ball for a 1-yard touchdown pickup, and the Hawks now on top, 21-0. Hey, football fans, we want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. You don't want to miss those deals they have out at Mitchell Toyota and Mitchell Buick GMC. All right, and also, while we're have a moment, don't forget to follow Concho Sports Network on social media: Facebook, X, otherwise used to be known as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can search for us at Concho Sports and watch on our Roku and Fire TV apps. Stuff just gets better every week. You don't want to miss anything. Our insider shows, our coaches shows, our picks on Thursday night show. We just got a ton of stuff. Our athletes of the week, scholar athletes of the week. We got a lot of stuff. Check us out. Follow us, like us, subscribe. All those good things. The Shirts Landscape kickoff comes down at the 18. Here come the Bulldogs out to the 35-yard line. Still fighting for extra yards. Can't see who had the ball on that one. That looked like number 10 for the Bulldogs, Austin Molina, the sophomore, on the return. And now the Bulldogs will have an Oasis Crop Insurance first down at their own 36-yard line. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I said this and I repeated it, and I'm going to repeat it again. Coahoma has got to get something going right here, because the Hawks are fully engaged, fully in gear, and they're going to run the Bulldogs off this field if Coahoma does not answer. They need to answer on this drive right now. Yeah, we still got a lot of football left, but Coahoma needs to get something going right now and answer, because these Hawks are absolutely on fire right now, both offensively and defensively. Turn, give, and that's going to be 2, maybe 3 yards. Trying to see, is that number 22 on the carry? Aiden Rodriguez, the true freshman. Unusual to see a true freshman playing varsity, but apparently the young man's got some skills. He's out there playing for Coahoma. Coahoma averaging 305 yards per game this season. 167 through the air and 138 on the ground. They've got 3 guys who have carried the weight for the most part on the ground. And now a turn, give again to number 22, and the Hawks are right there all over it. Aiden Rodriguez is going to be thrown. Actually, no gain on that play. You can see Coach Craig Slaughter down there talking to his sideline, giving some good encouragement. Coach Slaughter, the head coach, obviously, as well as the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach for this Wall Hawk football team. Get to talk to him every week on the Coaches Show, and every week it's just a joy. He's a great man to talk to, very knowledgeable about football, very complimentary of his team, and loves what this team has done and is continuing to do. And now, Joslin, here comes the pass rush. Oh, my goodness. Number 15, Slayton Hallmark, just came out of nowhere and sacked Austin Joslin. You can see it here on the Postal Annex Instant Replay. He was unblocked right through that gap, and Joslin had nowhere to go but the turf. So Joslin now, goodness gracious. Slayton Hallmark with another sack right there, and the Bulldogs will punt this one away. Goodness, that's just, woo. And now the punt is low line drive. It's going to hit, bounce, and roll inside. Not so. What looked like not a great punt at the beginning is going to be killed at the 22-yard line of Wall. So nice punt there to get the Bulldogs out of their own end. And it'll be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Wall Hawks. Trying to look up sack numbers here real quick. See if that's Hallmark's second sack of the season. And I don't know if it'll ever come more easier than that, as he just shot the gap between the end and the defensive tackle, and nobody picked him up, and he just had a straight, free, unencumbered run to the quarterback. So now York's going to throw a little stop route to Reed Robertson. Robertson breaks a tackle. 40, 45, 50. Goodbye. See ya. Good night. Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things to the house. 78 yards. Wall Hawks. Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things. See ya. Good night. Mic drop, and I'm done. Good Lord. I'm looking back at my producer, Damon Bell. We've seen this all year, but every single time it's just more magical. It doesn't get old what this young man can do. Texas Farm Bureau, Tom Green County Insurance Extra Point forthcoming. My goodness. Reed Robertson, young man, you deserve every single scholarship offer you've got coming your way and even more. The kick is up, and it is good. Texas Farm Bureau, Tom Green County Insurance Extra Point is good. The Hawks now leading 28-0 on the Postal Annex Instant Replay. Just a little stop route to Robertson out here on the near side in the slot. Actually on the outside, he just stops, comes back, maybe even a little tunnel screen, catches it, cuts, makes one move, and just outruns the Bulldogs to the end zone. That back judge was trying to keep up with him and just couldn't do it. And Reed Robertson, just 78 yards later, he's celebrating in the end zone. So Reed Robertson, have yourself another Alpha Paving touchdown. Didn't even need the Angelo MRI red zone, as we just took it 78 yards for the Alpha Paving touchdown. As we get ready for the Schertz Landscape kickoff. My goodness gracious. This game is quickly getting out of hand. Coahoma from Bill Williams Field. You got Coahoma. Man, Coahoma's got to get something going here. They're not out of this yet, but it's quickly becoming untenable, as the kids say, from Bill Easterly Memorial Stadium, Bulldog Field there in Coahoma, Texas. Just 10 miles to the east of Big Spring, Texas, off the wonderfully kept Interstate 20. Now Klein Smith, Schertz Landscape kickoff. And that's going to be deep in the end zone, and that's going to roll through and be a touchback. And the Bulldogs will scrimmage from their own 25-yard line. My, oh my, this game already has enough highlights for a whole game, and we're still got 7:40 left here in the first half. Folks, if you're watching at home and you know how to reach out to us, let us know what you think about the clock on screen. We're trying a little something different, so we don't have to continually tell you what the time is. You can see for yourself how much time's left. If you like it, great. If you don't, well, I don't think it's going anywhere, so here we are. Just let us know if you like it or not. First down and 10 from the 25 for Coahoma as they shift to 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. And now the running back in motion. Joslin comes back. He's going to go down that far sideline and incomplete. going for number 22, Aiden Rodriguez, the true freshman. Pass was incomplete off from Austin Joslin. Joslin, a junior. His year was supposed to be next year, but pressed into starting role this year because of the injury to the senior Boyd Cox. And I believe, if I heard right, so if you hear us kind of meshing with another broadcast crew, we've got 2 crews in the studio tonight, one calling the Odessa, Permian, and Central game from Ratliff Stadium in Odessa, and us, of course, us meaning me, calling the game from Coahoma, Texas. 2nd and 10 now. The Bulldogs give once again to Aiden, and Aiden's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. Rodriguez now brought down, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 8. One first down, maybe 2 for the Bulldogs so far in this game. They had a 1 long pass on 3rd and 15 to get out of their own end. And I believe that may be the only first down for the Bulldogs tonight. They have just not been able to do anything. And now the Hawks up and press and then started to back off. You can see Kellen Oliver down there on the near sideline. Now he backs up a couple of steps. And now the whistle blows. I believe there's going to be a timeout. Yep, looks like Coahoma's going to call a timeout. We'll take a break, pay some bills. You're watching Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
And welcome back to Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And my apologies, I said Bill Williams. It's actually Bill Easterling Memorial Stadium. Johnson retreats. Here comes the pass rush, and that one's going to be knocked down. I believe that Caden McFarden got his hands up and knocked that one down. Also in there was Bennett Branch. Nope, not Bennett Branch. My apologies. I believe that was Ben Taylor in on that pass rush. And just like that, another 3 and out for the Bulldogs. So, yes, my apologies to the Bulldog fans. I said Bill, whatever I said, but it's Bill Easterling Memorial Stadium, Bulldog Field. So, my apologies. Don't want to disrespect anyone, especially not someone that had their stadium named after them. And now the punt forthcoming from the Bulldogs is going to hit in front of Kellen Oliver, and he's just going to watch it bounce again, and that's going to check up like my pitching wedge never does. Of course, I haven't played golf in 15 years, but here we are. And that's going to be marked at the 29-yard line of the Wallhawks, and they will start with an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. 29-yard line. And the Hawks will take the field, and it looks like they're going to bring Kyler O'Neill is going to be the H-back in this set. York, the quarterback, of course. Brady Neal behind him as they line up in a modified pistol set. And now O'Neill shifts, and just a simple outside give with Neal. O'Neill as the lead blocker, and Brady picks up maybe 6 yards. We'll give him 6 yards on the play. The 35-yard line now, as the Hawks will snap it from there. At halftime, we want to stay tuned. We'll show you the halftime show and also do a little recap and give you some scores from around the area. Now the snap. York retreats, looks, moves, shuffles, rolls, and he's got a receiver open. Is that Reed Robertson? Trying to see who that is. Yep, Reed Robertson again inside the 40-yard line, showing a little bit of elusiveness there as he picks up another Oasis Crop Insurance first down to the 36-yard line. You can see here on the Post Atlantic's instant replay, just a simple roll. York actually had 2 receivers in the area that were open, Reed Robertson, who ultimately got the pass, and then also that was Evan Bailey down there as well. So now 1st and 10 inside the Bulldog into the field, 36-yard line. York once again retreats. Here comes the pass rush. He's going to toss it on a little crossing route to Evan Bailey, and Bailey's going to be ushered out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Another, wait for it, Oasis Crop Insurance first down. We've got to be up to at least double-digit first downs. These Hawks are just absolutely on a roll right now. Whatever Coach Craig Slaughter said before this game, he needs to bottle that up and open a can of it before each of the remaining games of this season, because it's really got these Hawks fired up. 1st and 10, and now I give to Brady Neal. Neal now looking for room, cuts it back up inside, and he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. Inside the Angelo MRI red zone go the Wall Hawks. The Hawks averaging 41.5 points per game. They're only giving up 9 points per game on the season. This defense, I have been absolutely impressed, and I know they've got the ball right now, and I'm going to talk more about this D later, but this defense, man, we talk about this offense and what they can do, and definitely can, but this defense, just stellar. 2nd and 5 for the Hawks. Now the snap. York looking, retreats, rolls. He's going to tuck it, run 10, 5, runs over a Bulldog, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 5. I think they're going to mark it at the 3-yard line. See where they place it down at. Another Oasis Crop Insurance first down, and the Angelo inside the Angelo MRI red zone, and the Hawks will scrimmage from the 3-yard line of Coahoma. They are up 28-0. Now this, coming into this game, a lot of people, a lot of pundits, here's a big word for you, a lot of football sports writers in the state of Texas were hypothesizing, I'm bringing out the big words today, that this was almost a district title game. And now York gets the snap, gives it to Brady Neal. Neal not even touched as he scores another Alpha Paving touchdown. The Hawks now 34-0 on the Coahoma Bulldogs. These were quite possibly the 2 best teams in the district, and Wall's just dominating this one. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but Wall has absolutely dominated the Bulldogs tonight. Just dominated. 34-0 as we get ready for the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County Insurance extra point. And the snap to Bailey, puts it down. Klein Smith kick is up, and it is good. So Tyler Kleinsmith, after kicking 9 extra points last week, as you can see here on the Postal Analytics Instant Replay, nobody even touched Brady Neal, and he just walks the dog into the end zone. Kleinsmith is going to need to get another bag of ice out and ice that leg up after he kicked 9 extra points last week. And remember, you got to kick off after every touchdown as well. So he kicked off 9 times. He kicked 9 extra points. So he's already got 5 extra points tonight. 5 extra points tonight plus 5 kickoffs. So, yeah. That training staff needs to get Kleinsmith some icy hot or a bag of ice or something to put on that leg. So the Hawks now leading 35-0, 4:28 left here in the first half. I don't know. I'm running out of things to say. You can see there's our good friend Coach Larry Holscher down there on the lower left part of your screen. Coach Holscher, added to the coaching staff this year, was one of our broadcasting partners over the last several years, got back on the field doing what he loves to do. He handles coaching the safeties and almost all of the special teams. So great job by Coach Larry Holscher. We miss you, Larry. I'm going to give you another shout out. We miss you, brother. But we're glad you're doing what you like. Shirts Landscape kickoff, and Kleinsmith is going to kick that one. It's going to come down. Returning are the Bulldogs across the 20, 25, 30, breaking to the near sideline. And that, again, is Austin Molina, the sophomore, with the kickoff return. And that's going to give the Bulldogs the ball at the 34-yard line. Again, we mentioned earlier, but Coach Slaughter, also the defensive coordinator, and linebackers coach. Coach Horn coaches the defensive line. Coach Luna handles the corners. And then Rob Launderholm, Coach Rob Launderholm, we've talked about him before. He's the OC, offensive coordinator, and he also coaches the QBs. And then Coach Williams, that offensive line, and Coach Gordon, the wide receivers, and then Coach Sean Beals, the running backs coach. Doing a great job. All of these guys doing a great job. And now a turn, give, tackle. On the Oasis Crop Insurance first down, first play of the drive, and the Bulldogs go nowhere. So 2nd down and 10 as the clock ticks here in the first half, 4:04, and it's running. But yeah, this coaching staff for Wall has just been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal this year. And now, I love doing games in the studio with other crews in here. We'll give you an update here in a minute. But the Bulldogs got a 2nd down and 10. And I know they can hear me when I get excited, so here we are. 3:35. Molina gets the snap. He's going to throw down that far sideline. Oh, it's going to be picked by the Hawks. Coming the other way. Here comes Wall. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds. There's an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag down on the play, but that's going to be number 16, Levi King, with another pick. Levi King, we had him on the coaches show a couple of weeks ago. Great young man, very well spoken, gets the pick, and he returns it inside the Angelo MRI red zone, but I think we've got an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. The officiating crew, they're having a talk about it or discussing after-game dinner plans. And so now the referee comes to the near sideline. He finds Coach Craig Slaughter, and he's talking to him now. And he runs back to on the field, and we'll see what do they call. It's either going to be against, it's either going to be waved off or against the Bulldogs, because they're giving the Hawks the ball inside the Angelo MRI red zone, inside, I believe, inside the 5-yard line. And now the Bulldog coaching staff, head coach Chris Joslin, is not happy. Joslin also the athletic director at Coahoma. And he's getting a explanation from the head linesman as well as the referee. And everybody's lined up on the field ready to go, and they're still discussing this and trying to see, do they wave it off or what was the call? There was some action behind the play after the pick, and I'm trying to figure out what they're doing here with it. And now here we go. The white hat comes back on the field. Oh, so we don't get a call on the Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. All right, no harm, no foul, I guess. Postal Annex instant replay. You can see the pick here. Levi King just picks it and just absolutely motors down that far sideline. And he's thrown out, knocked out of bounds. And now back to live action. Landon York, screen pass. Jagger Thompson, 5. Taken down at the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. See how far they give him. That ball was snapped at the 18-yard line, 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 inside the Angelo MRI red zone. And now they're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. So a nice 17-yard pickup on the little screen pass to Jagger Thompson. And now the Hawks threatening to hang a 40-burger on the Bulldogs here in the first half. Goodness gracious. And now 1st and goal for the Hawks. And simple turn, give, nope, fake, end zone, touchdown, Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things, Alpha Paving touchdown. That's like stealing money. That's just like taking candy from a baby. You get one-on-one, don't cover Reed Robertson one-on-one inside the 1-yard line. I'm taking that every play. 41-0 now, the Wall Hawks leading. Alpha Paving touchdown on just a little fade route to Reed Robertson. Landon York with another touchdown pass as we get ready for the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point. And the snap, down, boot up, good. 7th touchdown, 7th 6 touchdowns, 6 extra points, 42-0. Postal Annex instant replay. You can see here, York just simply takes. He had me fooled. I thought he was going to throw to Neal, or hand to Neal, and then he just throws it to Reed Robertson, who was one-on-one out there with Austin Molina. Austin Molina is 5'11". Reed Robertson is 6'2". Let's see. 4 inches-ish. I'm going to go with Reed Robertson every time. Every single time. Reed Robertson hauls that down for another touchdown, and the Hawks now leading 42-0. Folks, stay tuned, because in the second half, we're going to have all kinds of interesting stories and such. The Hawks lead, the Wall Hawks now setting themselves up for what hopes to be a district championship. That's goal number 1, and you do that one game at a time, and then as you get set up, then you start thinking postseason and how deep in the postseason. And I'm telling you, I'll stand on this table. If I wasn't 400 and some odd pounds, I'm not, but I'd still probably crush this table. But I'm going to stand on this table, figuratively, and say this Hawk team has greatness written all over them. They are so well-rounded in every aspect, every phase of the game, on the D, on the O, special teams. They are just so well-rounded. It's unbelievable how good this team is. Schertz Landscape kickoff forthcoming. Klein Smith now. Low line drive. It's going to roll to the 10. Now it's going to bounce off the Bulldog receiver, and he's going to be quickly corralled just outside the 20-yard line. And that's going to give the Hawks the ball. The Bulldogs the ball, excuse me. Hawks are good, but not that good. They don't get – you just not make it, take it here in high school football. The Bulldogs will get the ball. I almost said it again, at the 22-yard line. So Coahoma now, this one quickly getting out of hand for Coahoma. They have got to get things reined in, put together, figure out how they're going to turn this thing around. Yep, and right behind the Bulldogs is the wonderful Coahoma concession stand, which I'm sure sells wonderful things like popcorn and hot dogs. Making myself hungry. Now just a simple dive play as Jocelyn turns and gives. Is that once again to Austin Molina, seeing who gets off the bottom of that pile. Nope. That looks like number 8 on the carry. That's Lanson Moore. Lanson Moore, the big junior. Second down and 6 as Moore picked up 4. Okay. From the 26-yard line for Coahoma. And now the Bulldogs, simply a dive play. Is that Lanson Moore again? And just stopped just shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line. So a pickup of 3 more for the Bulldogs as they now have a 3rd and 4. And now the Hawks are going to call a timeout. Actually, that's going to be the 2-minute rest and relaxation period here. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks Football on the one, the only Concho Sports Network, presented by our wonderful sponsors, First Community Federal Credit Union. Coahoma Bulldogs now from Bill Easterling Field with a 3rd and 3, trying to pick up another first down. Put a man in motion. Look, pass, and that one was almost picked again. This time Bryson McFarden, sitting right down there in zone, was not able to secure that interception, and now the Bulldogs will face 4th and 3, and they will punt it, and that'll bring the Hawks special teams on the field. over in Odessa, Ratliff Stadium, the Odessa Permian Panthers and the Central High Bobcats facing off, tied at 7. Bobcats doing pretty good as the punt now from Klein Smith is going to bounce, and Kellen Oliver is just sitting back there because these punts aren't even getting to him. They're smart to kick away from Kellen Oliver because he's going to run over the top of you. We already had one truck by Kellen Oliver. You know, looking forward to another 2 or 3 because every game he's one of them guys that just looks for contact. And, you know, he's got a great future. He's signed to play baseball at Odessa College, I believe it is. But I'm thinking this young man might be able to get himself a football scholarship somewhere as well. But, you know, his heartbeat is baseball. So he's going to improve his skills at Odessa College next year. And now 1st and 10 for the Wall Hawks. Oasis Crop Insurance first down at the 37-yard line. The snap. York retreats, looks downfield. He's got Reed Robertson. Oh, he had Reed Robertson open on a little stop route at the 41-yard line, and it looked like he expected Reed Robertson to keep running a little slant route. Reed Robertson looked like he ran a stop route. Obviously, don't know what the play was called in the huddle, but just a little off target there, and so that pass incomplete. That's only maybe 2 or 3 incompletions for York tonight. Now he retreats. He's going to roll to the far sideline, still looking downfield, and he's going to have that one complete to number 2. Is that Kellen Oliver down there? Yep, that's Kellen Oliver, I believe. Number 2, big number 2. So a pickup of 7. 3rd and 3 now for the Hawks as Jagger Thompson comes to the near side in the slot, and now York's going to roll over here. He's going to go down to the sideline, and that's going to be caught by the aforementioned Jagger Thompson. Makes a move, 40, 35, 30, still on his feet, dragged down at the 28-yard line. Jagger Thompson, the junior, with an Oasis Crop Insurance first down, and gets the Hawks to the 29-yard line. The Hawks trying to get one more here before halftime as the clock now at 1 minute left in the half, and now York rolls. Here comes the pass rush, and he just throws it in the ground. Smart play by Landon York. Throws it, kills the clock. You can see here on the post-instant replay, this was the previous play to Jagger Thompson. He broke a tackle there at the 43, broke another one at the 35, and he dragged down at the 29-yard line. So the Bulldogs trying to stop the Hawks here. 2nd down and 10 to go. 55 seconds left as Bailey in motion. Here comes the pass rush off the corner. The Hawks pick it up. He's got a receiver open, throws it down to, is that Brady Neal? My goodness, Brady Neal downfield and was able to bring that one in, and that's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down inside the Angelo MRI red zone at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. The snap, York rolls, throws, end zone. Oh, just missed Reed Robertson. Goodness gracious. Reed Robertson had just a half a step, was open. And as we always say, when Reed Robertson's covered, he still ain't covered. And I see that more and more every single week. This young man, I know there's other guys, but this kid is just impressive. Just an impressive athlete. And, you know, it's really, you just got an embarrassment of riches when you still got Kellen Oliver. You still got Jagger Thompson, Evan Bailey, Hagan Barbie out there. Now the turn, give. Brady Neal, 5, inside the 5, and he's going to be brought down at the 3. Well, the Hawks now call a timeout. And we're going to take a quick break as the Wall Hawks take their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll be back after this. You're watching Hawk Football.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $30,844 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on the one, the only, the Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We are bringing you action from Bill Easterling Stadium in Coahoma, Texas, just east of Big Spring, the sprawling metropolis of Big Spring, Texas. And 25 seconds left here in the first half. And the Hawks inside the Coahoma Bulldog 5-yard line, trying to put yet another one on the board, as Landon York will await the snap, gets the snap, retreats, looks to the end zone, he's got a receiver wide open, incomplete. Oh, he had Kellen Oliver and just a hair off of Kellen Oliver, just about half a yard. And Kellen Oliver, you know he wanted that one. So now that's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll see what happens. Now timeout called. Looks like that's going to be called by, trying to see who called that one. Was it Coahoma or was it Wall called that timeout? But regardless, we're going to see what the Hawks try to do here. Up 42-0 in this one. I am at a loss for words. This is one of those games where I really need a color commentator. No, I'm just kidding. Because I run out. I'm going to start telling y'all tales and stories in the second half. Just stay tuned, folks. It's only downhill from here, baby. I'm going to tell you what. I'll tell you about my new property that we're clearing. My wife and I are clearing. I'll tell you all the good things that are going on as the Wall Hawks leading 42-0. About to put another score on the board here. Trying to see, do they got Kleinsmith on the field to kick? Nope, they've got the offense out there on 4th and 3. I don't know. That's, yeah, it is what it is, but they're putting the offense on the field with 4th and 3 inside the 5. Should say 4th and goal inside the 5. And now Bailey in motion, now back to the near sideline. Here comes York rolling to the, that's going to be incomplete, overthrown, going for Evan Bailey. And so now that is going to be incomplete. And the Coahoma Bulldogs, with 16 seconds left, will take over on their own 3-yard line. So the Hawks not able to convert on 4th and goal. And if that's the only thing that's really gone wrong for you, and trust me, that's the only thing that's really gone wrong for the Hawks, that's the first time they haven't scored on a possession this game. They haven't punted. They haven't turned it over. They just turned it over on downs on this play. I was just told to knock on wood, but it's 42-0. That's really sheetrock, so I really can't knock on that. I'll find some wood somewhere, I guess. Anywho, 42-0, Wall leads. The Coahoma Bulldogs now will scrimmage inside their own 5-yard line from their own 3. And it looks like Jocelyn's just going to kneel it down at the 1-yard line, and he's just going to sneak it through. And actually, he picks up 7 yards. So the quarterback sneak works out well, 7 yards, and that's going to take us. See if they plan on snapping it. 4, 3, 2. Nope, that's going to take us to halftime. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show. We'll bring you some scores and highlights, or scores actually, and some our thoughts right before the end of halftime. Take care. We'll see you after this. You're watching Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Oh. I'm sorry. Top row right here. Top shelf seats right up here. She goes, ours is Hi, Chad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wall High School proudly presents the award-winning Mighty Wall Hawk Band. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the band will be performing their 2025 production entitled Echo, with musical arrangements by On the Field Music. Selections include The Scientists by Coldplay, Toccata Fugue by Bach, In the End by Linkin Park, and Red by Thomas Ferguson. The band is under the field directions of drum major Logan Brooks, Elijah Armstrong, and Emily Gibson. Out Wall Hawk Pride, the Mean Green Marching Machine. Moses and Gabby Wynn. Color guard sponsor is Amy Moses. The Wall Hawk Band would like to wish the Coahoma Band the best of luck on their 2025 contest season and wish both bands success at their UIL Region Marching Contest tomorrow. A special shout out to the Wall Band on being awarded the 2025 Concho Music Festival overall grand champion. Faculty and parents for their unwavering support. This week's Marcher of the Week is Nate Ripple. Thank you for your attention and go Hawks.
This season, the band has performed at 4 marching contests, earning the following awards: a Division I Superior Rating at the Comanche Springs Marching Festival, a Division I Superior Rating, the Best Brass Caption Award, and the Best in Class 3A Award at the Santa Rita Marching Festival, the Outstanding Color Guard and Outstanding Woodwinds Caption Awards at the Tumbleweed Marching Classic, a Division I Superior Rating, 3rd place in the 3A classification, the 3A Outstanding Woodwind Caption Award, and the overall Outstanding Woodwind Caption Award at the Concho Classic Marching Festival. Bulldogs fans, please welcome out your award-winning Coahoma High School Big Red Band. We would like to recognize our senior class for the dedication they have put into the high school band and the band program. These students have learned and improved not only as players but as individuals to become the greatest people that they are today. McKenna Calvert, Kaylee Daves, Lindy Davison, Silo De Los Santos, Javier Delgado, Jimmy Dreyer, Donald Delgado, Ian Gerardo, Joe Gutierrez, Sarah Ingram, Braden Kershaw, Kobe Olivares, Casey Ramirez, Ada Rubio, and Ethan Sullivan. We also like to give a special shout out to our Performer of the Week for inspiring through the quality of his performance, senior baritone player, Mr. Noah Nadir.
Close all the doors and close the smokestack. It'll suffocate. Thank you.
On the field, performing their 2025 UIL production, Sparkle, here is your Coahoma High School Band. Their program includes Fireflies by Owl City, Spring by Vivaldi, Ode to Joy by Beethoven, Sun by Thomas Bergerson, and We Go On from Disney's Illuminations by Gavin Greenaway.
Your house will burn down by the time you get back.
find out.
Drum majors McKenna Calvert and Lindy Davidson, you may begin your performance for your halftime show.
I knew not water. I knew that. Thought one. Go Bradley!
Media halftime show. Football fans, would you like to watch Concho Sports Network games live on your big screen TV? All you have to do is install the CSN Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports on Roku and Fire TV. We invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience. And I shout out to my wife, who normally watches these games on the Roku that we have on our TV at home. So shout out to Josie. And give you a couple of scores from around the areas, and we'll talk a little bit about the first half. But some interesting scores going on right now. Over in Odessa, the big showdown, the little Southwest Conference, the Permian Panthers and the Central Bobcats tied at 14. No, actually 21-14 Central up now. And in trying to scroll through some of the games that might be interesting, Dublin and Tolar tied at 14. Sonora and Ozona leading Sonora 22-6. Here, obviously, in Coahoma, the Bulldogs trailing the Wall Hawks 42-0. Cross Plains Buffaloes, they're leading the Miles Bulldogs 20-8. Stanford leading Anson 28-6. Sweetwater, here's a big surprise, leading Comanche 38-7 at halftime. And Abilene absolutely destroying Lubbock Western 59-0. And let's see who else we got. Junction leading Brackettville 38-6. El Dorado and Sterling City, El Dorado leading 14-7 in the third quarter, six-man. And the Clyde Bulldogs, sorry San Angelo TLCA fans, Clyde Bulldogs leading TLCA 48-0 at halftime. Forsan leading Colorado City 19-15. Snyder, here's Fort Stockton leading Snyder 35-0 at halftime. Another big one, Tuscola Jim Ned up on Breckenridge 42-7. Tuscola Jim Ned, a team that the Wall Hawks handled pretty easily earlier in the season in non-conference play. Albany leading Winners 41-0. Let's see who else. San Angelo Great Creek. I'm going to tell you, San Grape Creek, they're looking pretty decent this year, leading the Stanton Buffaloes 21-0. That's who the Wall Hawks will play. I believe it's next week. Wall has Grape Creek at home. So we'll see how that one turns out. Let's see who else. Midland Greenwood leading Monahans 34-0. Let's see, trying to see who else might be interested on here. But back here in Coahoma, a couple of quick numbers for you. For Wall, they are absolutely dominating Coahoma tonight. Brady Neal, 11 carries, 84 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Landon York, 3 carries, 39 yards, a touchdown. Jacob Braden, 1 carry and a touchdown. Passing, York, 16 of 22, 331 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 78-yarder to Reed Robertson. Basically, most of that was Reed Robertson run after catch, and then a 1-yarder as well. Trying to see here. Receiving, Reed Robertson, all these are unofficial, of course, 5 catches, 150 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Kellen Oliver, 4 catches, 51 yards. Jagger Thompson, 3 catches, 56 yards. So good numbers all across the board for the Wall Hawks tonight. For the Bulldogs, 12 carries, 25 yards overall rushing for Coahoma. 2 of 11, 46 yards and a pick for Johnson. So Coahoma's pretty much been shut down here in this first half as we get ready for the Shirts Landscape second half kickoff. Shows 35 seconds left on the clock, and the Coahoma band is still in the middle of their performance, so I'm quite sure we're not going live with football here in 20 seconds plus. But yeah, just some interesting stuff. So quick insights here. Wall, the last 2 or 3 weeks, they have come out really slow in that first quarter. This week, something that Coach Craig Slaughter said and that coaching staff said lit an absolute fire under this Wall Hawk football team as they have come out. They scored on their first 6 drives, just boom, and would have scored on the 7th, but went for it on 4th and 3 from the Bulldog 2-yard line. Were unsuccessful. But yeah, just an absolute dominant performance so far. So we'll see how much longer does Coach Slaughter play those starters. Based on conversations I've had with him, he likes to, even in games well in hand, he'll play them probably till the 4th quarter before he starts rolling people in and out. Just some quick notes as we was doing research this week. The Hawks have not lost a district game since 2021. They were 5-0 in district in 22, 5-0 in district in 23, 4-0 in district last year, 1-0 in district this year. In 22, their record was 12-2, 23, 11-3, 24, 13-2. Of course, that was the year last year they fell just 1 game short of state championship as they lost to Gunner in the semifinals. They want to get that taste out of their mouth and get over that hump and get to Jerry World. And I'm telling you right now, if this team continues to play like it can, this team will be playing in Jerry World in December. I'm telling you, this team is one of the most well-rounded teams in the region I've seen in a long, long, long time. But again, playoff football is different than regular season football, so you got to first get through these next 3.5 district games and then see what happens from there. As you see the Hawks come back on the field now, Coahoma preparing to come back on as well. Coahoma will get the second half kickoff, trailing 42-0. We mentioned earlier, Wall averaging 41 points per game, giving up only 9 per game. Coahoma have given up an average of 14. That number's going to climb after this one, and while scoring 32, almost 33 points a game. And that, of course, that one's going to drop significantly unless they put on a scoring surge here in the second half. But this game, Coahoma last year finished 7-4 overall, 2-2 in the district. This year had been looking a lot better prior to this game, 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the district. Pretty dominant performance until, well, now. So they come out on the field on special teams, and the Hawks will send out the team for the Shirts Landscape kickoff. Coahoma averaging, I mentioned, 305 yards per game, almost 306 yards per game. course, that average might drop after tonight. We mentioned earlier in the first half, this Hawk defense, I was trying to figure out, and was talking with Coach Slaughter on the Coaches Show. By the way, if you haven't watched the Coaches Show, you need to watch that. We try to air them every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Wall Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, brought to you by Texas Bank. We try to air them then, but you need to tune in and watch. You can find it on Facebook, you can find it on YouTube, but you need to tune in because it's some really good information comes out. This past week, we had the whole starting offensive line on there. Great bunch of young men, just a great bunch, very cerebral, as Coach Slaughter would say. I'm just breaking out the big $5 words tonight, but that was his word, not mine. Really smart young men. And now the Schertz Landscape kickoff. Klein Smith pops it up in the air. It's going to come down at the 19 on the return for the Bulldogs. That's number 8 as he gets absolutely slobber knocked by Gavin Sisson on that one. Lance and Moore on the return. Sisson on the tackle. And that will bring up an Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Bulldogs at their own 32-yard line. Bulldogs moving from your right to your left on the screen. They go 4 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Jocelyn still in there at quarterback. He gets the snap, he retreats. He throws a little swing pass to the far sideline. Trying to see who that was on the roll. And now there's an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. I believe that Levi King and Gavin Sisson, more Gavin Sisson, I think, a little bit of extracurricular threw the receiver to the ground after he was well out of bounds. Trying to see who that was. Was that number 12 on the reception? Trying to see, that might have been Landon Wells over there on the catch. Trying to see if we've got a Postal Annex instant replay. Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. And, yep, personal foul. It looks like they called a face mask. So that's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down. So a Oasis Crop Insurance first down on the Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay. Is that number 10? Maybe it was Austin Molina out there. I didn't catch it. Austin, we'll give it to Austin Molina for now. Number 10. And so now at the 45-yard line, that's one of the relatively few first downs tonight for Coahoma as they will scrimmage from their own 45-yard line. And now a simple dive play. And now breaking a tackle, 45, 43-yard line. That's number 8, Lanson Moore on the carry, and he gets an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So a little life here for the Bulldogs as they pick up another first down. They've pieced 2 back-to-back, although the first one was off a penalty. Yeah, we still call it an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And now, Jocelyn back to the line of scrimmage. He gets the snap. He's going to roll to the far sideline, looking downfield. Here comes the pass rush, and he's just going to throw that one out of bounds. He was absolutely being pursued, shall we say. Dylan Sellers, 48, always in there on the pass rush. Always in there on the pass rush. And then big number 70, Cohen Braden, in there as well. Goodness. Second down and 10 now from the Wallhawk 42-yard line for Coahoma. And they will break the huddle with 2 to the near sideline, 1 to the far sideline, H-back in the slot. And now the H-back in motion. And the snap to Jocelyn. He just simply on another straight give play, straight dive play again. Big number 8, Lanson Moore on the carry. Moore picks up maybe 3, maybe 4. See where they mark it down at. 5, and I give him 5. 3rd and 5 from the Hawk 37, 38-yard line. 42-0 the score here as just underway here in the 3rd quarter. And the Bulldogs will now try to pick up a first down on 3rd and 6. Putting something together here on their opening drive. Here comes the pass rush. And that's going to be picked off by the Hawks. Coming back, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Wall Hawks. Jagger Thompson, pick 6, house call to the house. Jagger Thompson, 70, make it 75 yards on the pick 6. Jagger Thompson all the way to the house. That is an Alpha Paving touchdown on the house call by Jagger Thompson. And now we set up for the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County Insurance extra point. 48-0, the Wall Hawks lead. So a promising drive by the Coahoma Bulldogs turns into a pick 6. Extra point is up, and it is no good. Oh, no, wide to the left. And so now Tyler Kleinschmidt, his perfect streak, I think he was working on maybe, 7, 8, 9 last week, 6 this week, 15? I think he had 15 straight till he missed that one. So Tyler Kleinschmidt, you can see here on the Postal Annex Instant Replay, just thrown out there, and perfect read by Thompson. He just picked it in stride, and nobody was catching him. He didn't even look like he was in full stride there, and he just absolutely house called that one. Postal Annex Instant Replay. About the only way you're going to catch him on that one is using Postal Annex and mail him something, because he housed that one. So 48-0 here in the third quarter. Not even 2 minutes gone, and the Hawks with another touchdown via the defense now. So everybody getting in on the action for Wall. And we get ready for the Schertz Landscape kickoff. And don't forget to follow Concho Sports Network on social media, Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Look for @Concho Sports. Watch on our Roku and Fire TV apps. I'm telling you, a lot of good content. If you're a fan of any team in the area, tune in, check us out. We also post highlights from the games and whatnot. You don't want to miss that. Concho Sports, @Concho Sports. Search for Concho Sports. You'll get us. Promise you. Kleinschmidt now. Schertz Landscape kickoff. And he kicks it deep. It's going to come down at the 10 and just simply roll into the end zone. Looked like Andre Russian had a shot at it. He just let it roll in the end zone for the touchback. So now the Coahoma Bulldogs facing a 7-score deficit now. You gotta hate when the only bad thing is a missed extra point. Now it looks like the Hawks still have most of their starters on the D in there, looking up and down the line, and the linebackers in the secondary. And Jocelyn will step back behind center again for the Bulldogs. And now another pass to number 5. That was intended for Jaden Henderson, and it looked like that was Slayton Hallmark, who already has a sack on the night. On coverage, it looked like Hallmark almost could have had a pick there, and it was just an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 for Coahoma, as the Bulldogs looking for something, anything to go right, as they were able to get a couple of first downs on that last drive before a pick 6 nipped that drive in the bud, as the esteemed Barney Fife used to say, nip it in the bud. Told you it's going to get worse from here, folks. Jocelyn, the snap, simple give, and the Hawk defense says, nah, not today, young man. And that was number 22 on the carry, Aiden Rodriguez, the freshman. And the Wall Hawks all over that one. Looked like Cone Braden got up off that pile. And if I was a bet man, I'd say probably Bennett Branch, and probably Dylan Sellers was in on that one as well. Just anytime you see 48, 58, 70, you can bet they're around the football, especially when it's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 now for Coahoma. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Draw play. And coming upfield, close to an Oasis Crop Insurance first down, but I think it's going to be just a hair short. Again, that was the freshman, Aiden Rodriguez, on the carry. He's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line. And you see Coach Craig Slaughter out there just absolutely still coaching these Hawks up. 8:50 and counting. You can see the clock there on your screen. Thank you for the comments and the feedback on the clock on screen. We appreciate that. 48-0. 4th and 2 for Coahoma. And the Hawks stacking the line of scrimmage. And now Jocelyn looks back at the sideline as the coaching staff, all three in a row, give signs. Jocelyn gets the snap. He's going to hand it off. And the Hawks are going to be all over that. It's going to be a turnover on downs as the Bulldogs unable to get any kind of traction. And again, that was Rodriguez on the carry, unable to get a first down, and ball goes over on downs at the Bulldog 33-yard line. And the Hawks will take over with an Oasis Crop Insurance first downs, make it the Bulldog 32-yard line. So yeah, this one's going to get interesting. And by interesting, I mean out of hand. 1st and 10 for Wall from the Coahoma 32-yard line as Landon York still in there. Brady Neal to his left. The snap, the give. Brady Neal breaks free. 30, 25. Ushered out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Make it the 20. Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And a pickup of 17-ish, perhaps. Post-Atlantic's instant replay. The snap came from the 32. Make it maybe 12. And now ushered out of bounds there on the Post-Atlantic's instant replay. And 1st and 10 right at the edge of the Angelo MRI red zone. And now a little seam route going for Kyler O'Neal down that near seam, and it's incomplete. They had it, little play action, little dump off down the seam to O'Neal, but just out of reach. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The Hawks at the 20-yard line, right on the cusp of the Angelo MRI red zone. Just breaking out all the big words today. 8:11 left on the clock here in the third quarter. And York now sets team, gets the snap. Again, looks to the near side. Again, Reed Robertson breaks the tackle. 10, 6-yard line. Make it the 7, maybe the 8. We'll see where he marks it down at. Another pickup inside the Angelo MRI red zone. Mark it at the 8-yard line. Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Hawks. And now they have another 1st and goal from the 8-yard line this time. And now Evan Bailey runs on the field late. The Hawks one short, and now they have their full contingent in a tight formation. And the give to Brady Neal. Neal makes one move, cuts inside, touchdown, Wall Hawks. Another Alpha Paving touchdown for the Wall Hawks. Brady Neal with his 3rd touchdown rushing of the game. He's fixed to have yet another 100-yard game. Is he over 100 already? Brady Neal over 100 yards, his 2nd 100-yard game of the season, back-to-back. And so now the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Tom Green County extra point. Bailey will put the ball down off the snap, and Kleinsmith puts foot to ball, and this time he starts a new streak. And it's through, and now the Hawks leading 55-0. We're taking a break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Hey, welcome back to Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Got my knees fixed and now my mouth don't work properly, so here we are. 7:29 left here in the third quarter. The Wall now leading 55-0 over Coahoma. This has just been an absolute dominant performance by this Hawk offense, defense, and special teams. And now the kick's going to bounce at the 20 and it's going to roll inside the 10 and now being fielded by Coahoma. Now coming to the near side, now going back to the far side. Nope. Nope. And now coming back to the near side. Andre Russian couldn't decide which way he needed to go, and so now he's going to give the Bulldogs the ball in really poor field position, as you can see here on the Post-Atlantic instant replay. He fielded at the inside the 10, came to the near sideline, didn't like what he saw, reverse field, went back to the far sideline, retreated even further, and said, oh, whoa, no, hey, wait, hey, oh. He said, nope, come back the other way, and Hawks said, okay, enough of this. And Hawks special teams just took him to the ground. So Coahoma now will scrimmage from their own 5-yard line, 1st and 10. You can see 7:16 left here in the third quarter. Wall, now it looks like they've made some substitutions out there and a simple give play outside zone, and that is number 8, Lanson Moore on the tackle. It looked like Gunnar Garza. Was that Gunnar Garza in there? Was that number 22 on that tackle? Trying to see who that was. Thought I saw Garza in there. Yep, trying to see numbers, my apologies. Yep, that was Gunnar Garza, I believe. So now 2nd down and 10 after the first play of the drive was no gain. Okay, now they're giving 4 yards. I don't know where they snapped the ball from. It's 2nd down from the 9-yard line. I have no idea. Trying to keep up here. And now the Bulldogs snap, give, outside zone. Here's Wall. The defense stomps him at the 12, and that'll bring up 3rd down. And now trotting on the field, you can see big number 64, Mason Steen, the sophomore, comes on, and now coming out is Cone Braden. So lots of backups on the field for Wall. See, Kazan DeLong is out there. Let's see who else is out there. You got Braylon Nelson out there. Got number 12. Yep, Kazan DeLong mentioned him. Kyler O'Neill's out there. You got Bryson McFarden out there at safety. Blaze Benson out there at corner. And now a toss play. And on 3rd down, that's going to be, is that going to be enough for an Oasis Crop Insurance first down? Yep, Oasis Crop Insurance first down on the pickup. Trying to see who that was on the carry, as it's going to be marked at the Postal Atlantic instant replay now. That was, let's see who that was on that carry. Maybe Aiden Rodriguez, maybe 22. Trying to see here now. Regardless, it's 1st and 10 after the Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Bulldogs. And a modified pistol set. Again, just an inside dive play. And the Hawks with 7 guys around the football now. Coming off the pile with the ball was Aiden Rodriguez again.
Brought down.
1-yard pickup.
2nd down.
Also in there for the Hawks, got Ben Taylor's in there. See, I'm trying to get all these. See, that's still Cade McFarden in there. See number 24 in there. And down here on the near side, playing corner, got Ruben Marin on the near sideline. You see number 28 there at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. And the snap, And looking to the near sideline, here comes the throw. Oh, it was almost picked up. Big number 8, Braylon Nelson, the junior safety, had a bead on it, was unable to come down with it. Looked like he was trying to field a punt out there for a moment. Was unable to come down with it here on the Post-Atlantic's instant replay. Perfect positioning at safety as Jocelyn just threw it up there, and then Braylon, oh man, you know Nelson wanted that one. Just unable to come up with it. So 3rd down and 9 for Coahoma as they trail 55-0. And now Jocelyn gets the snap. He retreats, and the little screen pass complete to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is going to be crushed. See how much they give him on that play. Going to mark it at the 25-yard line. So, yep, well, nope, 24, so no gain on the play. So that'll bring up a 4th down, and Coahoma will bring the punt team on as the Hawks will bring the special teams punt return team on. And I guess my conversation with Coach Larry Holscher is kind of null and void. I mentioned would we be trying to fake punt this week? At this point in time, I'm pretty sure that's off the board. No need for it. Cool. They haven't even punted. You're right. Producer Damon says they haven't even had the opportunity, so he is correct. They haven't punted tonight yet. Been stopped one time, and that was on 4th and goal. Keep saying this Hawk team is very, very, very well-rounded, unbelievably well-rounded. So now they'll take over with an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down at their own 32-yard line. Let's see who they come out here on the field with. Yep, that's what I expected. Number 9, Gunnar King, will take over at quarterback for Wall, and it looks like Gunnar Garza is going to be in the slot on the far side of the field. So you got Kyler O'Neal coming in at running back, number 0. So Gunnar King getting some reps at QB. And he gets the snap, gives it to O'Neal. O'Neal bobbles it for a moment, then cuts it outside. 40, 50, 45, 40, taken down at the 38-yard line. Who was that down there? Bulldog just made a touchdown-saving tackle. I believe that's Caleb Rodriguez. Just made a touchdown-saving tackle here on the Post-Atlantic's instant replay. Kyler O'Neal just took that handoff. Looked like he didn't have it quite at the beginning and then just cut it to the outside, and he was gone. Had a guest appearance by and now there's an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. So bring it all back. Trying to see, look like maybe a holding call on the Hawks. Holding call on Wall, and so that beautiful run by Kyler O'Neal now will come back, and we'll have 1st and 20 now-ish. Trying to see where they put the ball down at. So they'll put it down at the 22-yard line. So, yep, 1st and 20. And so one more time. The snap. The handoff again to Kyler O'Neal, and this time, well, the Bulldogs were waiting for him, but Kyler O'Neal breaks a tackle, gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and maybe 11, and now there's a Bulldog down on the play. Let's take a quick break. You're watching Wallhawks football, Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra.
Welcome back to Wallhawk football. Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union as we return to live action. Just a simple dive play, inside zone, whatever you want to call it. And that is Kyler O'Neal picking up. And nope, it's going to be 3rd down and 4 now. 2nd down and 4. Nope, that should be 3rd down and 4, not 2nd down. Should be 3rd down. Regardless, okay, 2nd down and 4. Let's just go with it. 2nd down and 4 now. Maybe they gave him an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. And now that snap goes flying past Gunnar King. He picks it up. Now he's just going to try to do something with it. Throws it out of bounds in the direction of Braylon Nelson on the far sideline. So heads up play by Gunnar King to just pick that one up and throw it out of bounds. So now 3rd down and 4 for Wall from the Hawk 48-yard line. Over in Odessa Permian, Central Bobcats playing at Ratliff Stadium. Score tied at halftime, 21-21. It's a good showdown in 6A. And now 3rd and 4. Man in motion. Snap, give. And 20, 30, 25-yard line. That's big number 24, Caden McFarden, picking up a big chunk of yardage down to the Coahoma 26-yard line. Post-edit instant replay, you can see right here. Just a simple give play to McFarden. McFarden just broke it right through the middle, 40, 35, 30, and brought down at the 26-yard line. The Hawks threatening again, moving close to the Angelo MRI red zone. Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. And now a give. Number 12 with the ball. Breaks it inside, and he's going to get inside the Angelo MRI red zone. That is Kazan DeLong getting a rare carry. Trying to look and see, is that his first carry? Nope, that's his 2nd carry of the year. Close enough. Had 1 carry for no yards prior to that one, and that one he picks up 6. 2nd down and 4 from the 20-yard line. The Hawks just on the edge, the Angelo MRI red zone. And DeLong still in there at running back. And now just a little pop pass to Gunnar Garza. Garza inside the 15, breaks a tackle. Goodness gracious, this young man's still going. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down, and that moves the Hawks inside the Angelo MRI red zone. Hey fans, check out why First Community is the #1 auto lender. With great rates on new, used, or refinance autos and a variety of payment options, they can help make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online at onecfcu.org or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. We're going to take a break. You're watching Hawk Football, Concho Sports Network. We'll see you after the break.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
See friendship being
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Welcome back to Wall Hog Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. 1st and 10 inside the Angelo MRI red zone from the 13-yard line for Wall. Gunnar King in shotgun. He takes the snap, throws a little swing pass. 10, 6, maybe the 7-yard line on the reception. That's Blaze Benson, the junior. Catches. And so now the Hawks with a 2nd down. Let's see where they mark it now inside the Angelo MRI red zone. That's Blaze Benson's, I believe that's his first catch of the year as well. So everybody getting in on the action. Now King swings it to Gunnar Garza, and Garza's like, nope, not this time. Coahoma said, you ain't getting no more highlights, young man. And they take him down for a loss on the play back outside the 10-yard line. And that's going to make it 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line now. Trying to see where they place it. Yep, 3rd and goal from the 10. And the Hawks now will line up. Clock running inside 10 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the ball game. We'll talk about upcoming schedules as well here as we go through this 4th quarter. Garza in motion. Snap comes. King looks to the slant route and throwing it for number 14, Luke O'Neill, and that one's going to be over O'Neill's head, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And now they will bring on Tyler Kleinsmith. So Tyler Kleinsmith, he has a 42-yard, was it 42, 41-yard field goal several weeks ago. Only attempted, I believe this will be his 3rd field goal attempt. This Hawk offense is so prolific, they don't often kick field goals. This will be his, I believe this is his 3rd attempt on the season. And so now, Evan Bailey will hold. Snap. And the snap is high. The kick is up. It is still good. Wow, what a job by Evan Bailey. That snap was above his head. He got the snap on the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County Insurance field goal attempt. He got the snap, got it down, and Kleinsmith just absolutely nailed that one. Trying to see where it was from. I think it was 27-yard field goal attempt, but Kleinsmith's 3rd field goal of the season, and the Hawks now lead 58-0. This game is way out of control. Hey, football fans, if you bank with First Community Federal Credit Union, we want to let you know, if you want to buy a car, if you want a new car or pre-owned, go see the folks at Mutual Automotive Group. Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road, Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Pair that with a loan from First Community Federal Credit Union. You cannot go wrong. Go see them today. I want to thank our sponsors, First Community Federal Credit Union, Mitchell Automotive, Shirts Landscape. We'll go through the whole realm of them in this last quarter. Thank you all for sponsoring and making these broadcasts possible on Concho Sports Network. We do this for you. Do this for the fun, for the love of it. We actually have a real good time doing this kind of thing. So thank you for sponsoring us and letting us do this. 10:25 left to go in the ball game. 58-0. Wall pretty much putting a beat down on Coahoma right now. I mean, there's just no other way to put this. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. It's just what it is. Shirts Landscape kickoff. Tyler Kleinsmith drills it, and that's going to come down at the 11-yard line. And here come the Bulldogs to the near side, back to the far side again. That's Austin Molina. Molina's going to be ushered out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Trying to see where they mark it out at. And the Bulldogs will have an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And they will mark it at the 30-yard line. The Bulldogs, with only a couple of exceptions, very, very, very little offense to speak of. And it's not because they have a bad offense. They've just run into a buzzsaw of a Wall Hawk defense. And again, I'll stand here on this table and shout it from the rafters and the rooftops till everybody hears it. This Wall Hawk team is legit. That's what the kids say these days, but this team is for real. And now Jocelyn will roll to the near side. Nice little throw out there to his big tight end slash H-back. It's number 34, Taylon Anderson, listed as a tight end on the roster, more running that out of an H-back set. And 2nd down and 2 now after the 8-yard pass completion. Jocelyn just been under tremendous pressure all night long by this Wall defense. Wall has brought extra rushers on occasion, but they're getting pretty good pass rush pressure with just the down 4. Now 2nd down and 2, and now a handoff inside zone, and Wall will give up an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down, but that's going to be it as they bring down the ball carrier at the 42-yard line. I believe that was number 30, Mason Pierce, sophomore, on the carry. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. Now the Hawks with liberal use of the bench. For 3A D2, the Hawks do have a pretty good-sized roster. Almost all their skill players only play one way, although they're qualified to play both ways and very talented enough to play both ways. They're able to get a lot of rest and relaxation. And now a timeout called by Wall, and we'll take it with him. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. Jocelyn, just a simple dive play once again, and another good pickup for the Bulldogs. See who gets off the bottom of the pile there. And is that number 30 again? Trying to see. Yep, that was number 30. Mason Pierce, the sophomore, getting some playing time now. Listed as a running back and linebacker. As we were saying before the break, Wall has a really, really deep roster, and they've got skill players across the board. And I'm telling you, it's an embarrassment of riches for this Wall Hawk team, on both sides of the ball. They've just got talent everywhere. 2nd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Expect them to go deep in the playoffs again this year. Now a simple swing pass to the far sideline, and the Hawks are there to meet it. Maybe a yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 now for Coahoma. And now Wall trying to hold Coahoma as Wall has a bunch of backups and others getting some playing time now. Younger guys getting some of them reps could pay dividends in the postseason and later in district play. And now Jocelyn just gives it wow, good run there by number 30 again. Mason Pierce running hard. He's not giving up. That's an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down, and here comes some wholesale substitutions off the Hawk bench now. Postal Annex instant replay. Saw here, Pierce just took the handoff, just a simple dive, and he just run over a couple of Hawk defenders, and until big number 21, Tayson Stucker, smacked him down. You can see there on the Postal Annex instant replay. And so now a big group of subs come in for the Hawks now with 1st and 10, Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And now another give to Pierce. Pierce, once again, picks up a good chunk of change, gets inside the Hawk 35-yard line to the 33-yard line. Clock still running. We'll have 2nd down and 3 as that was a 7-yard gain. Six minutes, as you can see there on the screen, remaining. And Zach Heidenheimer, our camera operator there in Coahoma, regaling us with some show tunes now. 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs. And now just a give play. 25 inside the 25, close to the 20. Again, Mason Pierce running hard, picking up some yards here for the Bulldogs. Coming into this, Pierce didn't have, I'm looking for him here on the, he did not have any carries coming into this game, so he's really getting some game time experience here, game day experience. Now 1st and 10, Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Bulldogs as they move close, just outside the Angelo MRI red zone at the Hawk 22-yard line. And now Joslin gives to Pierce, and here's the Hawk defense this time, saying not so fast, my friend, and bringing him down. There's Braylon Nelson in there on the stop, as well as a couple other Hawks. Clock still running. Coahoma, at the after this week, Coahoma will go on the road. Their last 2 games in district play will be on the road at Stanton and at Merkel. So a couple of Merkel's not going to be an easy out, and we'll see how the Stanton game goes. But Coahoma, if they can take 1 or 2 of those, will be in good position for the playoffs. And now here comes the blitz off the corner. The throw from Jocelyn to the far sideline. That's going to be caught by number 5, Jaden Henderson, the senior, makes the catch. And that's going to be an Oasis Crop. Wait a minute, is it going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down? Nope, scoreboard showing 3rd down and 2. My apologies. And the clock runs with 3:45, as you can see on your screen. 3rd down and 2 as the Bulldogs inside the Angelo MRI red zone at the Wallhawk 14-yard line. And now the snap to Joslin. He gives the Hawks. Oh, ball pops out. Hawks come up with a turnover. Who was that? Number 8 coming off the stack, Braylon Nelson. That ball popped straight up in the air, came out of Mason Pierce's hands. Pierce was having a pretty good drive. The ball just popped. You can see here on the post-Atlantic Sensor relay, it just popped right up out of his hands. And look at Braylon Nelson was right there to get it right here. Boom! Helmet right on the ball. And then number 8, Braylon Nelson, came in right there, Johnny on the spot, to bring that one in. And you can see the flag waving there, lit. America. 3:23 left here in the ball game. Also want to remind you folks, follow Concho Sports Network on social media. You can find us on Facebook, X, or Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for us at Concho Sports. Watch on our Roku and Fire TV apps as well. Again, like I told you, lovely, beautiful wife Josie at home. That's how she watches these games. She just doesn't hear my voice enough. And if you believe that, I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you, as well as the Brooklyn Bridge. So she does enjoy Wallhawk football, but trust me, it's not because of the dulcet tones of Russ Howard, I assure you that. 58-0 our score here, and we're just absolutely looking for things to talk about. Snap, give, the Hawks coming forward on the Oasis Crop Insurance first down play. And that will put the ball at the 13-yard line. Wall with 3 yards on the first down carry. Trying to see who that was on that carry. Was that Kays DeLong? Not sure who that was on that carry. But 3 yards. The Hawks now just letting that clock tick as they slowly move to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8 from the 13-yard line. Second down and 8 now for the Wall Hawks. And the give, just a simple outside zone give. Trying to see who come up, trying to see who that is in the backfield for Wall right now. They've been shuffling so many folks in and out. That's number 12 coming up off the stack, Kays DeLong, with another carry of 3rd and 3. So what was that? 4-yard gain for Kays DeLong. Sorry, I'm doing math, folks. Math is not a strong suit. As the clock ticks down to the 2-minute rest and relaxation period. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll see you after the break.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $38.44 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. And apparently I was just informed while we were on commercial break that I missed Sweet Caroline. Man, I didn't get to do the bump, bump, bump. So there you have it. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Snap, give. Here come the Hawks. Number 24, Caden McFarden on the carry. He's going to be short of the first down at the 20-yard line. That's going to be 4th and 1, and now the Hawks will put the special teams on the field. And here's something for you. Here's a little trivia for you. With 1:33 in the clock counting, this is the first time the Hawks have punted all night long. This is the first time they've punted. The only other time they were stopped was on a 4th and goal at the end of the first half. And now Levi King, the snap, the kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 37-yard line. And now, not sure which way to go, cuts back, and now he's going to be run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. See where they mark it down? Mark it at the Wall Hawk 44-yard line. So nice little return for the Bulldogs there. So 1:05 left. And now Coahoma, probably their last possession. We were talking about upcoming schedules. For Wall, they'll come back home on the 24th and play Great Creek. And then they'll have the week off. They get their bye week, the second to the last week of the season. And then they'll close the season out on the road at Stanton and then await to see where they will stack and rank up in the playoffs. And then the Bulldogs, just a simple give play up the gut. It's going to be inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, trying to see where they mark it at. Gain of 6 yards on the play. Yep, they mark it at the 38, excuse me. Again, want to make sure we thank Zach Einheimer, Damon Bell, Adam for his fabulous stat-keeping abilities. And now 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs as this clock is just fixing to run out. The snap, the give. Oh, here's the Hawk defense. They said, Trying to see who that was. He gets up off the pile. He just fought through a blocker. Is that 61? That's number 61, Tate Probant, the sophomore, just fought through a blocker and drove that blocker right back into the ball carrier. And that's going to do it from Coahoma, Texas, Bill Easterling Memorial Stadium. We'll keep it right here and go ahead and give you some thoughts and whatnot from Coahoma tonight. The Wall Hawks win this one, going away 58-0. Let's look and see at some stats here real quick, and we'll give you some quick score updates and then see what happens. So very unofficial stats, but it looks like give us just a moment. So it looks like, oh, there we are. Okay, there we are. For Wall, Neal, 13 carries, 104 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Jacob Braden had a touchdown as well. Landon York with a rushing touchdown. 17 of 24, 343 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns. Receiving, Robertson, 6 catches, 162 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Oliver, 4 catches, 51 yards. Jagger Thompson had a great game as well. 3 catches, 56 yards. Evan Bailey, 2 catches, 50 yards. So you can see on your screen there, we thank you, Zach, for taking care of camera action for us. You can see him wrapping up and getting ready to leave Coahoma this evening, so we appreciate that. And you can see Adam, our stat guy, right there. I'm Russ. There's Damon somewhere back there. There's Damon, the beard of Damon, right there on your screen. But, great game tonight for Wall Hawks. They came in here. This promised to be one of the challenges in District 4 Wall, and they just came out from the very beginning as they've struggled opening the game in the first quarter over the last few weeks. They just came out and absolutely dominated across the board, offensively, defensively. Did not turn the ball. Scored their first 7 drives. Didn't turn the ball over until a 4th and goal right at the end of the first half, and then didn't punt till there was maybe 2 minutes left in the ball game. So just a great game by these Hawks. So we want to thank you for joining us. We want to thank First Community Federal Credit Union, Zentex Remodeling Group, Shirts Landscape, Oasis Crop Insurance, Levis Roofing and Solar, Angelo MRI, Alpha Paving, Texas Farm Bureau, Tom Green County Insurance, and, of course, Postal Annex for sponsoring the Instant Replay. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Follow us on Concho Sports Network. Come get us on social media. You can find us. Just search for Concho Sports. You'll find us. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next week.